Shalom. I want to begin this lesson off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Barakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught us all this truth and the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. I'm Shaquat, and I'm back here with another lesson, Lord willing and edifying to the hopeful elect, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Barakathum. To you sincere Akyam, Wagwath, and a sincere shalom to you brothers out there pushing this truth, out there on the highways and the byways, and through these YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, so without further ado, I want to get into it briefly here. As you see by the title, a National G situation, which what I'm talking about is the National Guard, the situation that just happened a few days ago, or was it yesterday? Is it? I think it happened 2 days ago, or yesterday, I forget. But, without further ado, we're going to go to a video that the Elder Amor Gabar put up. So, yeah, this did happen 2 days ago. 3 now, because it's the 29th. So this was about 3 days ago on Wednesday. So that the Elder Amor Gabar put up. All right. And he put some clips in here. So
hello, and thank you for sticking with us. I'm Katie Inman. We have breaking news right now at 4:30. 2 National Guard soldiers were shot this afternoon near the White House in Washington, D.C. The 2 soldiers are with the West Virginia National Guard. There is now conflicting information about their conditions. Earlier, the governor said that they both had died, but now he says his office is getting conflicting reports. Hundreds of National Guard members from several states are patrolling D.C. after the president issued an emergency order in the city back in August. Police say the suspect was also shot and is now in custody. President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social about 45 minutes ago. He says the suspect is severely wounded and will pay a very steep price. The president also thanks the National Guard, military, and law enforcement. The mayor of Washington, D.C. says city leaders are actively monitoring the situation.
Hey guys, W7. We've got reports of 2 West Virginia National Guard members that have pretty much been assassinated at this point, killed in D.C. The location, not far from the White House. You can see right there the arrow in the image. And the suspect is believed to be alive right now and in custody, wounded, and as Trump says, going to pay a heavy price. The shooting taking place kind of out of nowhere, where this individual walked up on these troops working or standing at this corner, and he shot both of them at point blank range. This is what they called a critical incident, and now confirming that both of those soldiers have died. So RIP to those soldiers, and we'll see how they're going to label this whole thing and what's going to happen to this individual. But I just wanted to put it out there and let it be known that this has gone down. 2 National Guardsmen from West Virginia called up to work this D.C. area, getting just assassinated at point blank range. Critically wounded at first, but now confirmed both dead. The White House, they say, was also on lockdown. They say there's an estimated 2,375 National Guard troops positioned across Washington, across D.C., where they've been deployed since August. So that's more than usual, definitely more than 500. And this unfortunately looks to be something that's going to feed into chaos and potential civil war. Going further down this route. Join me for the live stream tonight where I'm going over this in greater detail. I'll leave links below. Much love, y'all.
Alright, so as you've seen by that video, I don't really have to re-explain what happened. But I do want to say that I seen an article yesterday going into the fact that the Muslim, because, you know, it was a Muslim that did it, so-called, right? That they either set up to do it or they actually did it. Who the fuck knows what Esau Edom at this point? Everything is a psyop in this kingdom, all right? So, but, you know, he's trying to, you know, he's been trying to link us with the Muslims for so long, and eventually they're gonna be able to link us with them, so they could try to come down with that great wrath that we're gonna get into here shortly. But apparently they got the guy, the suspect, and now he's being charged for, I believe, 2 counts of first-degree murder, you know, and things of that sort. All right, so Donald Trump, I seen a few things going into Donald Trump a few days ago concerning him, basically concerning him blaming, you know, playing a blame game with the left and the right. Like, oh, it's all the left's fault. If you don't know what the left represents Democrats. Oh, it's all the left's fault. It's the left's. Then he's also now calling for members of Congress, which the certain members are Democrats, to be executed. So if you don't know what's going on here, it is like Dabu said in the video, and I like to say fair use. Right, this is all under the Fair Use Copyrights Act of 1976. All right, so Salakia. But this is all gonna cause civil unrest, leading to civil war. All right, leading to civil war. That man, whether that was a real situation or whether it was set up, just walked up and popped off on 2 National Guard troops from point blank range. All right. So this reminds me of 2nd Esdras 15 and 16, which we're going to get into, how the people are going to be rebelling against the government. All right, they're not going to regard their kings nor princes. All right, because a National Guard member, a troop, can be considered a king or a prince because they hold some type of authority. So they fit that lot as well. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, I do want to go on Google here. Now, I looked up left-right paradigm, all right? And it says in the AI overview, the left-right paradigm, and this is another thing to split America apart, all right? And what did our Lord say about a kingdom that is divided against itself? The Lord, Yahweh Shai, said multiple times that a kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. Or it's going to fall ultimately. And this kingdom has been divided from the jump. All right, so it says the left-right paradigm is a concept that categorizes political positions into opposing ideologies, even though they all work for the same person. They all work for the elites. With the left often associated with social equality and progress, which is the Democrats, and the right with social hierarchy and tradition, which are the Republicans. Originating from the seating arrangement in the French National Assembly during the French Revolution, it has evolved into a broad framework for classifying political beliefs, although it is criticized for being an oversimplification of complex political landscapes. And then it says French Revolution. The terms left and right emerged from the French National Assembly in 1789 based on where delegates sat. And it says those who supported the king and traditions sat on the right, while those who supported revolution and change sat on the left. All right, the spread of the terminology, this seating arrangement became a way to label political stances that eventually spread globally. And it says modern uses today, these terms are used as mental shortcuts to categorize ideologies, though their meanings have evolved over time. You know, and we already read this part. So you get the point. You know, you should get the point right now. So I want to go to Revelation 12, verse 13, in verse 11. All right. It It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, which is talking about the fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire. And this one, more specifically, is talking about the revived Roman Empire. All right. And it says, and so during the Renaissance era, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Now, what are these two horns like a lamb speaking as a dragon? It's talking about the plebeians, which I believe are the Democrats, and the patricians, which I believe are the Republicans. I could have that mixed up, but it's the plebeians and patricians, which are a representation of the Democrats and the Republicans, right? But in the ancient Rome, it was called the plebeians and patricians. All right. You understand? So there you go. It's always been a division in this place. This place has been divided. You know, and this is all going to lead to civil war. And it's all in Esau's trickery. Esau's playing tricks and playing games, and he wants civil war to happen. He wants all hell to break loose. Why? So he could finish his agenda. All right, what's his agenda? The NWO, which is basically, in layman's terms, placing a RFID chip inside of everybody. Everybody. All right, so they could have full control over them. So he could be like into Yahweh. So he can control all things. This devil's cruel. There's something wrong with this guy. You know, so I want to go to, let me type this in. I just want to see a few of this. I'll just read this one. Yeah, we'll read from here. It's like 5 that say the same thing. We'll read from here. Mark 3:23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Meaning, how can the adversary cast out the adversary? Not talking about the spiritual demon, it's talking about Esau. All right, and it's really talking about in the ancient Rome, but it's also speaking about now. All right, and Yahushua went on to say, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. All right. Forgive me. Point is, a nation that is divided and split within, it can't stand, man. How can a nation be powerful and stand when they're divided? You know, there's no unity. Now you have these leftists and you have these rightists. You have these certain extremists, right? The nation is completely divided. Completely. All right? And there's too much diversity in this nation. So they really can't stand. All right, so yeah, there you have it concerning that. You know, this place, at the end of the day, man, this place is through. Ultimately, it's through. What was that one I was thinking about grabbing? I think I remember. Let me go to it. I think it's Isaiah 19. And this is what all this is going to soon lead to. So this is Isaiah 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. Now this Egypt is talking about America. All right. And it says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And you can read more about that in Isaiah 24. All right. The heart of America melting. The mirth of the land is gone. All right. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Well, it's talking about setting your fellow American against your fellow American. What is that literally saying? Civil war, civil unrest, civil division. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That, man. And then it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Get more insight from Isaiah 24. I'm going to keep referencing that. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. There you go. So you can't make this stuff up. Civil unrest. Now it's concerning more specifically what just took place. I'm going to start at verse 14. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And the modern day sword is what? The gun. For there shall be sedition among men. Now, what does sedition mean? What is sedition? It means an uprising of the people. You had a few prophets in the scriptures get accused of sedition. Sadism. Good Lord. Sedition. Sedition. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. So there's going to be a rebellion against the government, against people that are in authority. It's going to be anarchy, which basically means the same thing. So, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. So it's going to be sedition. They're going to be going up against the government, rebelling against the authorities, but they're also going to be invading one another. Civil war. It's complete civil war. Americans fucking over other Americans and going against the authorities. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Just talking about those who are in a powerful, Salakia, those who are in authority, all right? In an authority type role, like your president, your mayors, your governors, your judges, your police. So the police gonna be at the crib when shit the fan. They ain't dealing with. That's why they gotta bring in the martial law. But your National Guard troops, etc., they're not gonna regard any of them. Or princes, in the course of their actions, shall stand in their power. So it's gonna be power to the people. All right, it's gonna be power to the people. Civil war. This reminds me of the Bushwick movie. You know, hey man, we getting there, man. We getting there. Step by step, little by little, we are getting there. We are. So I want to say again. Damn, what was I gonna say? It's a lot. I don't remember what I was gonna say, but all of this is gonna lead to civil war. All right. And that's what I was gonna say. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That man who walked up and shot both of those National Guard troops from point blank range. Do you think he regarded his kings nor princes? Do you think he had any regard for those men? First of all, that they were human at all, but then also the fact that they were in authority. They were in a position of authority. Do you think he regarded that? Let's go look up what the word regard means. Regard meaning, and it means consider or think of someone or something in a specific way. Attention to or concern for something. Best wishes used to express friendliness in greetings, especially at the end of letters. So do you think, and then it says similar, consideration, care, consider, look on, view, think of, sympathy, concern, thought, mind, notice, heed, attention, interest. Right? Salutations, best remembrances. Right? I'm not really dealing with that one, but So from the definition of the word regard, do you think that man regarded those 2 National Guard troop members? The answer to the question is no. You should see what type of timing we're in. And this is all to move the pace so we can get closer to Esau Edom introducing the mark of the beast. And then when he introduces it, it's going to be voluntarily. I mean, it's going to be a voluntary thing. All right, you ain't going to be mandated to get it when it first comes out. But it's soon on down the line for the order ab KO, or they're going to mandate it, or you can't even participate in society. When you go to Revelation 13 and 16, it says, neither rich nor poor, free or bond, all right, male nor female, whatever it said, old and young, whatever, everybody going to have to get chipped up. Everybody, or you're not going to be participating in society. You're going to be casted out of society. Because the scriptures say, or else you're going to die. If you don't worship the beast in his image, you're going to get put to death. That doesn't mean literally, that doesn't only mean just getting put to death, which we know certain brothers and sisters may be beheaded for this. And also you're going to have people that are in the world who won't take it, and they're going to be put to death for it too. But that being put to death for not worshiping the beast in his image, that doesn't just mean literally being put to death only. It also means that you're going to be casted away from society, so you're not going to be able to participate in everyday life as it will be in this society. You're not going to be able to go to work. You're not going to be able to grocery shop. You're not going to be able to have a home, have a car. You're not going to be able to do those things because you're going to have to be off the grid because you don't have the chip. All right, that's how it's going to be. So there you go. And I want to keep going. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So they're going to start putting up these checkpoints for safety precaution. Look at what's happening. Look at what we do. Look at what the lesson is on today with the National Guard troop situation. Now they're going to have to heighten more safety. They're going to have to take more safety precautions. Didn't they say in January 2026 they're going to do a mass rollout of troops, National Guard troops to certain cities, right? Now this whole situation may be used to get state government more on board for this rollout to heighten safety, right? So now they're gonna have these checkpoints and they're gonna fully establish these 15-minute cities soon. Well, you're going to have permission to even leave your zone. And you're going to have permission to enter into another zone. You keep thinking it's a game, man. It's not. This is not a game. For because of and you saw a glimpse of that in Civil War. When you had those journalists traveling around, writing up the stories, taking pictures and shit. They had to have certain documents to pass checkpoints. And it says, a man shall have no Salakia, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. What did it say in 2nd Ezra 9 or 8 and 50? Or many great misery shall come in the last days, because y'all walk with great pride. That's not even just talking about 2/3 of our people. That's talking about the heathens included. You're just Americans. You're a very prideful people. And you always feel like you're entitled to something when you're not. Especially you women. You're going to pay. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. And men shall be afraid. Which, more insight about men being afraid, just take your tale to Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. Men in fetal positions wailing like pregnant women. You even got 2nd Ezra 16. It's going to get so bad where a man is going to desire to see another man. You're going to desire to hear his voice. And even in that day, you're going to want to hear somebody else's voice and hope somebody else is there, but at the same time, you're not, because you don't know. Because first of all, you're going to want to because you're lonely. You're hoping to see somebody is going to give you a boost and a breath of fresh air, more life. But at the same time, you don't know if that person is going to try to kill you or eat you or something, rape you. You don't know. Anyway, So that's going to be a scary time for people who don't have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, so this is what we coming into, man. Straight up civil unrest, straight up civil war, and all of that. All of that. All right, that's what we hear. That's what we hear. That's where we at right about now. That's where we at. Make sure this is still on. The water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So let's go to Matthew 24:12. And it reads, and because iniquity, meaning a bunch of sin stacked upon each other, shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now, do you think that was an act of love that man did when he walked up to those National Guard troops and shot them from point blank range and put them, sent their spirits back to the realm, departed their spirits from the body? All right. He separated the spirits from the body. Do you think that man had any love for them? No. The love of many shall wax cold. That's the times we're in. And it's only going to get worse as people are stressing over over their life. More people, more and more people. Whether this was set up or not, I believe this was a psyop. But regardless, more and more people in like real life, they're going to really crash out. They're going to begin to crash out more and more. There's going to be a lot more crash outs, and it's going to, and the reasonings for the crash outs are going to become smaller and smaller. Meaning it's not going to take much to get an individual to crash out very soon. It doesn't take much now. Shit, it don't take much now. You could motherfucking you can what you call it? You could glimpse at a motherfucker today and the nigga gonna crash out. Like, you niggas are insane today. All right, so let's go to Job 14:5. See what that say here. So yeah, Esau, the whole point, the whole reasoning, forgive me, behind Esau wanting or causing this stuff to happen, to come closer to all hell breaking loose, is because he wants to push his agenda out, as I was mentioning earlier. Right? But he knows that his days are numbered when it comes to pushing this agenda out. So let's read Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. So once again, like my lesson that I made yesterday concerning predestination, it's predestinated that Esau's days will be shortened. It's predestinated that he's going to start pushing the pace to get closer to his agenda being established completely. And he's going to completely establish his agenda, but it's not going to last. As soon as he completely establishes it, the Lord's going to topple that overthrow that motherfucker. Right? And it says, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So there are certain bounds that Esau can't pass. All right, there's certain bounds that Esau can't go past. All right, the Lord literally put a barrier on it. So he can't fully get into his agenda and fully establish it. He will fully establish it for a moment. That's when the Lord gonna bring it crashing down. Job 20:23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right. So as soon as this devil is about to fill his belly, the Lord gonna shut everything down. He gonna cut all that shit down. Send the nukes. So, hey man, this devil, he has a short time. So, and he knows that. That leads me into the next scripture, actually. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This devil knows that he has a short time. So he wants to come down with that great wrath. He knows that his time is short. This devil knows that his time is short, so he's going to eventually come down with that great wrath. He knows that he has bounds he cannot pass. He knows that prophecy is happening. And he also wants to get rid of the Israelites. He want to get rid of all the Israelites. He want to, especially the elect of the Israelites. He really want to get rid of us, Lord willing, we're that number. He want to get rid of the hopeful elect, because he feels that if he does that, he now receives the birthright. He now gets the birthright back, which, that's not how that's going to play out. And even if it did play out that way, you wouldn't get the birthright back still, you idiot. Anyway, Isaiah 59:19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. Which you're talking about the Israelites who are over here in America, the hopeful elect waking back up. All right, because we're over here in the west, that's where we're at, and there you go. So when the enemy shall come in like a flood. Who's the enemy? Esau, Edom. The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. What's that standard? Spiritual power. Spiritual power. And then it says, and the Redeemer, who's the Redeemer? Yahushai, shall come to Zion. And unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. I just want to read that since we was here, because go a little bit off topic. So to the Genesis Israelites, since all the heathen can be saved, why is the Lord only going to send a Redeemer to Zion? We know Zion in the Hebrew is Tzion, all right, which basically means goddamn, I forgot. It's a nickname. It's a nickname for Israel though, and I forgot. I'm not even finna. I used to say it all the time. It didn't left my mind. It happens, bro. We human. I can just pull it up right here. It's all right. Parched place, another name for Jerusalem, especially in the prophetic books. Okay, right. So, forgive me for that momentarily loses of brain cells. Forgive me, having a brain fart. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, so Tzion, it just basically means city of peace or a peaceful people. Okay, that's all it means. Okay, so it says in Jacob. So that's what I was saying. So how do you explain this? Why is the Lord only sending a Redeemer to the Israelites, to Zion, if everybody can be saved? And why is transgression being turned away from Jacob? Or forgive me, why are the ones who are turning away from transgression, why are they from Jacob? Why are they Israelites? If everybody can be saved, I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's go to 2nd Ezra 16 and 69, because this is what this devil is ultimately setting it up for, so he could bring that wrath on those who know the gospel, right? So we're going to read 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. For behold, the burning wrath of the great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. Because if you consent to this devil and you get down with the society, meaning you ultimately taking that chip, you're gonna die by way of fire. And second of all, you're gonna sell out and you're gonna get that chip, all to still not be able to eat, not be able to get no money or nothing, just to get rationed. So you're gonna do it for no reason at the end of the day. Terrible. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. All right, there you go. So that's all to come down on us. All right. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And we know that's coming, and that's all right. All right? And that's all right. And it says here, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. All right? And the guide of them who keep my commandments. So how the heathens going to be saved if Yahweh is the guide of those who keep his commandments? The commandments were given to the heathens last time I checked. Anyway, and precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. All right, so there you go. There you go, man. So this is all Esau's plan, to come down and eventually eliminate the elect and eliminate the house of Israel in general. But the main target is the elect, because he believes if he does that, he gets his birthright back. And then he could be God. He could be the Most High, right? Like I say in 2 Thessalonians 2, going into Esau wanting to be like the Most High, Isaiah 14, so on and so forth. Hey, man, your plans are going to come to ruin, Esau. No matter how you try to do these psyops, how you try to lead to all hell breaking loose, getting close to your agenda, we want you to get closer to your agenda. The quicker you get closer to the quicker you bring forth your agenda and establish it, the quicker we get the hell up out of here. So we want you to do this. So you need to, stop dragging your feet so much and kind of pick it up, my man. What's taking you so long? Hey, man, but it is what it is, right? So Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us this truth in the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharallah, Gadol Abadim, Lababal Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar, Wahabathum. And until next time, I would like to say to